Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of September of 2014. And I know I'm a little bit late, it's already early October, but better late than never, I guess. And I'm going to start as usual with the new releases. And I'm going to start with none other than Hyrule Warriors for the Nintendo Wii U. A game that I already beat the story or legend mode. And if you want to hear my extended thoughts, I have an impressions video on this game, but simply put, let me just say that I'm not very fond of the Dynasty Warrior or Muso type of games, but the Zelda coat of paint that this game has definitely helped me appreciate it for what it is, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still playing through this game because I'm trying to beat the adventure mode, which is pretty lengthy, and I'm having a blast with this game. If you guys are a fan of the Legend of Zelda series, make sure you give this game a shot, because there's fan service out the door with this game. It's really fun playing with the different characters in the Zelda universe. Each character has its own weapons and its own combat styles and whatnot, so there's a lot of replay value in this game. So highly recommend it if you are a Legend of Zelda fan, or even if you're a Dynasty Warrior fan. I think this is a pretty solid entry in the Muso genre, if you will. So Hyrule Warriors, I'm having a ton of fun in this game. I am considering getting the DLC for this game, even though it's a little bit pricey, but I'm having a blast with this game. Definitely, in my opinion, a must-have for if you have a Wii U. Moving on with an early October release, since we're already in October, and I already made an unboxing video for this. And I'm talking about Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 3DS. This game is great. Just like any other Smash Brothers games, there's a ton of unlockable content. So right now I'm in the process of unlocking all the hidden characters, and I'm having a lot of fun. This is a very solid entry in the Smash Brothers series. The only issue I'm having so far is with the controls. I grew up playing Melee on the GameCube and Brawl on the Wii using the GameCube controller. So the 3DS layout, it's a little bit alien to me, if you will. So I'm having I'm having some issues adjusting to that control scheme. But other than that, the game runs great. The graphics are pretty crisp and smooth. And the online so far has been lag-free for me, so so far I'm having a lot of fun with this game. So definitely a high-profile release for the Nintendo 3DS that I'm really enjoying this game so far. Now I know in a couple videos back I talked about Destiny. I said I was gonna get the game. I had my pre-order, but I ended up canceling the game right at the last second based on my experience with the beta and based on some of the reviews out there that they really highlighted some of the fears that I had with the game, such as the lack of content and the lack of an interesting story, and just the overall unbalanced loot system that the game had. So I could see that in the beta. So thankfully, it feels like I dodged a bullet by canceling my pre-order. So I don't know if I'm going to get the game, probably in the near future, maybe if there's a sale or a price drop, but at this point, being an online-only game, I think when I get the game in the future, everybody's going to be high level, and they're going to have like high-level gear and things like that, so it'll be tough for a newcomer like me to enjoy the game, but we'll see what happens. It's kind of funny because I bought the PlayStation 4 with Destiny in mind, basically. I was very hyped for that game, but again, the beta just really turned me off from getting the final game. So that's that. And now I'm gonna move into the non-new releases, and I'm gonna start with an import game for the PlayStation 3, and that game is Okami HD, and this is a game that's available in North America only digitally. So I really wanted to get the physical version of this game, because Okami for the PlayStation 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and for collection purposes I really wanted to have the physical copy of the game, and I'm really glad I got it for a decent price on eBay. I think I paid $35 for this, and again, you can get this game for a much lower price on the PSN store in North America. But the good thing is that the Asian or Japanese version of the game, it does have English subtitles, so I'm definitely going to be replaying this game because I already beat this in the PlayStation 2 and on the Wii, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I cannot wait to see what the HD graphics bring to this game, because if there's one thing that the Okami, this Okami game was very impressive with, was the watercolor like graphics in the PS2 and the Wii version of the game. So I'm sure this HD version has an amazing graphics, and I cannot wait to play this. So the game did come with everything, with all the manuals and pamphlets and whatnot. So really happy to have the physical version in my collection, because I'm a huge fan of Okami. So pretty happy to have this. Now another PlayStation 3 game that I picked up, it's in a series that I need to catch up really fast, and that game is Dark Souls 2. I picked up Dark Souls 1 not too long ago, but I haven't started the game yet, and Bloodborne is coming rather quickly. I think it's coming out in February or March of next year, so I better get my things straight and try and play Dark Souls 1 and 2 before Bloodborne comes out. But Demon's Souls, the first game on the PlayStation 3, I'm a huge fan. It's on my top 3 PlayStation 3 games. I love that game, put over 200 hours into it. So it's kind of weird that I never bothered to play Dark Souls, or Dark Souls 2 for that matter, but I can rectify that with both of them, since I have them in my collection now. And I'm glad I picked this up for a good price. Gamefly had a good sale on titles like Dark Souls. So I figured, I might as well add it to my collection, even though I have not started Dark Souls 1 yet. But I'm looking forward to it because I really enjoyed Demon's Souls. It's one of my favorite PlayStation 3 games out there, and I'm looking forward into starting Dark Souls 1 and 2 at one point or another. So next up, another game that dropped in price like incredibly fast. And that game is Ninja Gaiden Z, or Ninja Gaiden Jaiba. I don't know how to pronounce that, but GameStop was having this on sale for $9, and this is the first print run edition of the game that comes with a comic and the original soundtrack and costume DLC. And if I'm not mistaken, this game came out this year in 2014, and which is, let me just try and confirm that. I can't really find a date here in the back. But I believe this game came out this year, and GameStop was basically trying to clearance this out for $10. So I decided to pick this up. This game has a very interesting art direction and type, like a comic book type of graphics. Supposedly the gameplay is not very great, but for $10 I decided to give it a shot and see what the game is all about. So Ninja Gaiden Z Yaiba for the PlayStation 3. Now we're going to move on into some cheap Wii titles that I picked up, and I'm not even sure if, I think I already talked about one of them in my previous videos, but maybe I haven't. But anyways, I picked up both Endless Ocean games for the Wii, both at GameStop, because GameStop is having some pretty good prices on used Wii games. So I figured I might as well pick up both of them. And these are basically like scuba diving simulators, if you will. There's no really any purpose from what I understand in these games. You just go on a diving trip, and you get to take pictures and explore the the water world, if you will. So pretty happy to have both of these in my collection, and I got them for really cheap, so that's good. Now this is one Wii game that I did not get for cheap, and I had to pay a very, I guess, bad price, if you will. And that game is Kirbys Return to Dreamland for the Nintendo Wii. I've been on a Kirby kick lately, playing a lot of Kirby games, and I really needed to pick this up because this game is getting very hard to find, and I decided to pick this up at GameStop. And they're selling this for the MSRP that the game came out when it was new, which is $49.99. So I basically paid, $50 for an used copy of the game, but fortunately for me, this used copy is in basically mint condition. It really looks like a brand new copy. It came complete with the booklet, the game, no scratches whatsoever, and the Club Nintendo code was unused. So it was basically like getting a new copy, if you will. But pretty glad that I have this in my collection, because for some reason this game is getting up there in terms of pricing and kind of hard to find, which is kind of odd because I picked up Kirby's Epic Yarn with no problem. You can get that game for under 20 bucks pretty easily, but for some reason this game is a little bit harder to get and more pricier. So that's that. And now, as far as digital games, I purchased some Nintendo eShop cards. Another friend YouTuber here, bjoin79, made a pickups video showing some eShop cards that Target is selling. That they're $10 cards that come with an AR card for your Nintendo 3DS camera. So thank you for the heads up, Brian. These are great. I'm not really sure how many of these cards there are. I picked up the Mario card, the Goomba card, and the Princess Peach card, and this is how they look like. And when you go to the store, it says that it comes with an extra AR card, and I needed some eShop credit, so I figured why not buy this and get the collectible. You open like this, and it has the instructions on how to use the cards. So I have 30 bucks now on my eShop wallet. And I think I might use some of that to get the Hyrule Warriors DLC, which is 20 bucks. But I'm enjoying Hyrule Warriors a whole lot, so I think I'm going to use these 30 bucks towards getting the DLC for that game. As far as digital games, I did purchase one of my favorite fighting games of all time digitally, and that game is Capcom vs. SNK 2 for the PlayStation 2. There was a sale on PSN featuring Capcom games, so I decided to pick that up for 5 bucks. It's one of my favorite fighting games of all time, so I'm pretty stoked to have that on my PS3. Also, I picked up, as far as the PlayStation Plus games, obviously I download them all, but the one that I've been playing that was a new release is Velocity 2X for the PlayStation 4, which is a mix of a shmup and a platforming. A very interesting game. I have not played any of the Velocity games or the previous entries in the Velocity series, but I'm having a blast with Velocity 2X for the PlayStation 4. So that's about it. That wraps the pickups video for the month of September. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.